And you here with your boy MATIC, and I'm riding with Unplugged DMV.
Welcome to another episode of Unplugged DMV. I am Tania Danae, and today we have a very special guest, MATIC.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So let's jump right on in. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been doing music.
My name is MATIC. I've been doing music for about 2021, about 3.5 years now. Like, I just started. I'm kind of fairly new. From Northeast Baltimore, the real Northeast Baltimore.
Born and raised?
Born and raised.
Born and raised, New York. Okay. And 3.5 years. So you fresh with the music?
Yeah, a little bit. I tried it out in 2013, but I wasn't fucking with it.
It wasn't hitting the way?
I was still in college, so I was playing football in college. So
okay.
I ain't really had my foot in that shit. I ain't care. So I stopped. And then I came back home, and then I just said, I just tried it out one day, and I just stuck with it.
Okay, so who or what inspired you to do your music? I know, so who inspired you? Let's talk about the past and the present. So in 2013, what made you pick up a mic?
I don't know. People was forcing me to do it just because of my character. Like, so they was trying to force me to do music. Like, you should be a rapper. You should be a rapper. But I wasn't even thinking, like, nah, this ain't for me. Because I don't really like attention. So that's why it's kind of weird with me doing music, because I don't like when like the spotlight be on me. I like to, even like if you see me like in a club or something, like I sit in one spot and I don't move the whole night. So it was like one time, like middle of 2017, I just was like, I want to try this out again. And I started liking it. Like that's when I really started liking doing music.
So you don't like the spotlight, but you became a rap artist with it. So
I make music for me though.
Right, but is there something, I mean, do you rather just like put out records, or do you not rather perform in front of an audience and things like that because you don't like?
You know how her was? Like, you ain't even never know what she look like. If I could do that, I would.
Oh, with the sunglasses and the hat type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't like being the center of attention, but I mean, I understand it's just what I gotta do. But I don't like that shit.
Okay.
That's why I don't like buy chains and none of that. I don't like this. I don't like too much attention on me.
Okay, I mean, some people are like that. They're just laid back. At this point in your career, have you had a lot of shows or any shows yet?
Yeah, I've done I've done a lot of shows. I can't even probably count how many shows I did. I did a lot of shows. I just had an album release party last Friday. It was cool, sold it out. It was a good event. It was motivation for real, watching all the people come out to come support me. So it definitely motivated me to want to keep doing it.
Right.
But I was still a little nervous because I don't like attention like that. So it's like different when you walk into the club and everybody is in there to see me. And I ain't never had no shit like that before where it's like, this is my shit.
Right.
And like, y'all coming here to really support me and see
And
me.
so that didn't give you like, butterflies and make you say, I'm about to
I got so
turn
drunk.
up?
I got so drunk the way as though it was like, I was just feeling myself. So I just was like, fuck it. I wasn't even there, but I still stayed in my section down there the whole night. I went and said hello to everybody, just to show love to everybody that came out supporting, but I stayed in my section the whole night.
Okay. All right. Well, so in the future, do you see yourself doing like a lot of performances, like at big places and selling out arenas and things like that? Or would you ever do like an opening act for, celebrities and?
Yeah. I just be having to get out my shell. Because I'm like, I ain't shy at all, but I'm like, closed off. Like I really be in my shell. Like I'm not really talkative. So it's like when I meet people always be saying like, oh, you need to network with such and such. But I'll be like, if I don't like your energy, if I don't feel like it's genuine, I don't want to talk to you. And that's just how I always been.
Right.
So if I don't like the vibe that you giving me, or it's making me feel like I gotta do too much to talk to you, I don't be wanting to talk to you. But if like you genuine, like if I like the energy, then I'll talk to you.
Energy is important. We were just talking about that. But networking in this field is really important as well. So
I hate it. I hate it. I ain't even
you got to get out and network.
Yo, I hate talking to people because I ain't gonna lie, especially in the industry, like that shit just be too much. Like I be like, it is nothing genuine about it. That's why I make music for me. Right. Like I don't care how many streams I get, how many views I get, nothing. Cause I really make music for me. I'm telling you, if I can make music and not make videos and people didn't have to see me, I would not do it.
I want to say you're probably one of the first artists that
I would delete my social. I don't even want my social media.
So I was gonna ask you about, since you don't like networking, do you like to just mostly post like your projects and things like that on social media?
I would do that because it's people that actually like my music, so I'll post. But as far as like interacting and stuff, like I don't be liking all that.
All right, LaMat, we gotta get you open up a little bit more at some networking events and stuff like
listen,
that.
I'm 28. I am who I am.
No, we can always get to another level. So back to as far as like your inspiration for music. Let's talk about rap artists. Maybe some big rappers. Were there anyone?
Gucci and Lil Wayne.
Gucci and Lil Wayne?
Yeah.
Okay. Why Gucci?
That's my favorite.
You connected with? He's your favorite? All-time favorite? Okay. That's interesting. What about Gucci makes him your favorite?
Everything. He the one that made me do everything that I did. Like so I don't even want to talk about too much, but I don't know. He just made me want to do everything that he did. Like even my fronts, they all from Gucci.
Okay.
Like, I looked up to him as a kid. Like that's who I looked up to. Like I want to be like Gucci. Right. So
when you're creating and you're in that creative space, is Gucci who you put on before you start writing? Or
no, it used to be. It used to be. When I first started, I was like, I want to be the next Gucci. That's how I took it. But then I kind of got away from that. And that's when like I say like Wayne's my second favorite rapper. Like he the one that like gave like he ran the industry for so long. Yeah. It was nothing it wasn't a time you weren't ready to hear Wayne for like at least 5-6 years stretch.
Very true.
He was on everything. So it was hard not to fuck with him. And then him and Gucci did a song together, and I love that shit. I'm like, I got my two favorite artists on the song.
Yeah. I think Gucci is more so like for the trap type of feel, and I think Lil Wayne is on a whole nother level.
Wayne is motivation because I watch Wayne go from talking about the hood to being an icon. Right. And now I'm watching Gucci kind of transition into the pop scene and dealing with the business side. So it's nice to see for real. Right. Yeah.
And I know also before we started the interview, we talked a little bit about maybe artists or albums that we used to listen to growing up. So outside of Gucci and Lil Wayne, who did you grow up listening to?
To be honest, I'm such a music head. I love music. I listen to Boosie, Gotti, Dipset, Jeezy. But my father, he like had me listening to Jay-Z, Nas, D-Block, Biggie, Pop. Right. So like he gave me like the older, but then like my mother would make me listen to like R. Kelly and I don't know if I can say that on camera, but Carl Thomas and Tweed and all the R&B. So I had a whole bunch of people who love music.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like as far as like your genre, what would you go for?
It depends on the mood, but I ain't gonna lie. Normally it's trap, but it depends on the mood. Like my favorite artist, like other than Gucci and Wayne, is The Weeknd. I listen to The Weeknd a lot.
The Weeknd is very unique. Yeah. So I can see that. I love The Weeknd actually. Yeah. So now coming into it, and again, like we said, you fresh in the music industry. Is it anything that you aim for to make a difference, like to make yourself stand out as a rap artist?
I just be myself. Like I try to be something I ain't. I am who I am. And I think that's why I like people, they fuck with me because they know everything that like, I'm just being myself. So it's like, especially a lot of people who know me personally, like that's just him. Like they'll call me by my real name. That's just Kyrie, man, Kyrie. So I don't know. Like I said, I make music for myself. So when people like it, I just be like, oh, I ain't the only one going through this, or I ain't the only person that feel this way. They feel like that too. So I just having fun with it. Like it's fun. It's not business to me. But I know it will get to that aspect. Like I have received record deal offers, and I ain't want to do it. I received 3.
Is that because this is not 100% what you're passionate about?
No, I am passionate about my music, but it just don't make sense. Like I'm not a 19, 20-year-old kid you could just dictate and feel like, oh, I gotta make it, so I gotta do this. Nah, I'm good. Like it gotta make sense. Like.
Okay, so being an artist, would you say that money is your motivation or fame?
No, hell no. I don't care about fame. I already told you I do not care to be seen.
So money is the motivation with it, or are you just looking to tell your story? Because
it's
like you said, you want people to just see you for who you are. So is it like I just want to tell my story? I'm not worried about the money. I'm not worried about the fame or nothing. Or
it's definitely that. Like I tell my story and then I start getting motivated because people actually be going through the same things that I be going through.
Right.
You be surprised like how many people that came up to me or DM me like, this line stuck with me. I've been through this and shit like that. So it's like when I be talking to people, like that should be motivation for real. Like just watching, cause it's like I don't have no cosign. I don't have no record label. I don't have 100 niggas in my camp. Like it's me and a couple people that help me out. Like so this shit really all for me. Like, and that's why I be feeling kind of proud of myself, because I'm like, I ain't never really accomplished nothing before. And I still feel like I didn't accomplish nothing with this, but it'll come. I'm trying to speak it into existence.
Yeah, always.
So the way as though my daughter don't never had to work a day in her life.
Yeah, I know that's right. So you have like the ultimate goal. If it wasn't for music, what would you be doing? Outside of music, because I know you said you play football, right?
Yeah.
And is there any other like hobbies or anything that you had?
To be honest, no.
Or did music save you?
I wouldn't say it saved me. I mean, shit, I still was getting in trouble and stuff like that. But I do a lot. But as far as like what I'm passionate about, helping kids. Like even if like everything popped off, I still would probably like open a shelter or like a big brother mentorship or something. And I would probably do that because a lot of kids in Baltimore, they kind of lost. So they be needing some guidance. So I would probably do that.
Have you
like
so far done any charities and?
No, I mentor right now. I got 5 kids that I mentor right now.
Really?
Yeah, I don't talk about that though, because that's what I like to do. So it's like I don't put it on camera. I don't talk about it on social media. I just do it. But yeah, I got 5 kids that I meet with every week, and you know we might just go do whatever they want to go do. They going through something in their life. We go, you know, I try to take their mind off of it. So yeah, I'm already into the lane already. I just be quiet about it.
Oh, that's what's up. I think that's very dope that you do things like that. So I know, MATIC, that you mentioned that you have a baby girl.
Yes.
How old is your baby girl?
A year, 8 months.
She's a year. So explain, like, well, not explain, but is it hard trying to balance like your real life as far as like being a father from the music side?
I wouldn't say, because I got a real good support system. So
and that's always good.
It's always good. So I have me, my child's mother, her side of the family, my side of the family. Everybody spoils my daughter. So I'm like, it's not hard balancing at all. If I ever need, look, I gotta go do this. Somebody's gonna have my daughter. And so I can move however I want to move. So yeah.
Yeah, so you balance it pretty well. Support system is important. Is there a certain time that you set aside to get in your creative zone? Like, do you have to take that time out, once a week or?
Well, I haven't recorded all year. I recorded so strong for 2 years that I got like 3 albums done. So I just been chilling this year, just trying to be
Oh, okay.
a dad and shit.
So you had pre-recorded.
Because of Corona, so it was like I wasn't dropping because of Corona. I didn't want to waste my music because I couldn't perform or anything like that.
Okay.
So I just saved it. Like I worked on my album for 3 years, so in the course I've been recording for 3 years. I got songs from all them songs on my album are 3 years old.
Right.
I did those songs in 2018. So
Okay.
yeah.
So as far as did the pandemic motivate you in a way? Did it help you?
I love the
you think it
pandemic. I ain't gonna lie, I love the pandemic.
What did you love about it? Did it allowed you to get in your creative bag?
No, it helped me get in my bag. I got in my bag. I like the traffic. I could drive through anywhere, get to wherever. I like the airline prices. I liked everything about the pandemic. The only thing I didn't like, I couldn't really see a lot of my loved ones like that.
Right.
Especially like my older ones, they was closed off from it. But I ain't had no problem with the pandemic. Only thing it was like, it stopped like the music, because it was like everything had to go on halt for like a year.
Right.
So that's what it kind of stopped. But other than that, I ain't had no problem with the pandemic.
Yeah, so because that's what I was wondering, like as far as the music, did you then, because you weren't able to perform and stuff, and I said you stopped releasing the music.
Yeah, I just stopped.
But did that like make you more popping on social media, because like everything was basically social media?
Yeah, everybody, but it was like nobody was working, nobody doing nothing, so everybody was on social media. But I interact with my followers a lot. Because, I mean, I know a lot of people personally in Baltimore.
So you're a people's person. Like, a lot of people like you, but you're not a people's person.
I'm an ambivert. So it's like, I can be, like, the life of the party, but I choose not to be.
Right.
Like, in high school, I wasn't always like this. Like, in high school, I was the one, like, lively, but I just been through so much shit the way as though I just kind of just stopped being nice to people, for real.
Okay, so we're hearing things about it being another lockdown soon.
Yeah.
Is it anything that you can do differently this time, that if we do in fact go back on lockdown, something that you will do different, or is it something that you wish? Because a lot of artists talked about how they got better opportunities when they were sitting still and things like that. Is there something that you aiming for, really?
To be honest, if we go into another lockdown, I really don't know. I just feel like they just forcing it at this point. Like
they forcing us to sit down and
they
become
want to force
our
that
creative
vaccine.
selves.
They want to force that vaccine.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get into the vaccine talk.
Yeah,
but
man.
I think that if we get locked down again, that you should definitely figure out different networking events or ways to interact 100% so that you can come out of your shell. You know what I mean?
I just don't. The only reason why it'd be hard for me to come out my shell is just because I'm such a genuine person that I don't like when people, I don't feel like you a genuine person. So if I feel like you only fuck with me for something beneficial, or I have to fuck with you to be beneficial, I'm not gonna do it. I just got a call literally right before this, like, oh, well, this person wants us to be here. I'm like, I ain't doing that shit because I don't like him. I don't like the way he carry himself, so I'm not going. Fuck that opportunity. I don't care. That's just how I am, though. But if, like, you a genuine person, like, if I'm like, yo, that person got a good heart, I'll fuck with you.
Right.
It don't matter what you can do for me or what you can offer me, I'll still work with you. I'm not one of them people, I don't have an ego. I don't have, oh, well, this is what I did, so you got it. No, I'm not like that. I might have only charged, I just started charging for verses. Everything I did was for free for 3 years. And I still do shit for free. Like, especially if, like, you was fucking with me before, like, I started to get a little buzz, I be doing shit for free. Like, man, you ain't gotta pay me, I do it. But that's just how I am.
Right.
But
and because money wasn't your motivation, right?
Yeah.
It was just because You're passionate about it.
Yeah, and it was something that was like I said, my daughter, like if this opportunity might help my
Right.
daughter, whatever she want to get into in life, I can provide that for her at the snap of a finger.
Right.
Without her having to worry about worrying about too much. Like I have to do all of this to make this happen. When everything I tell her, it ain't never what you know, it's who you know. So if I can help, build something up for her, then that's what I do.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in a couple years on the music aspect?
I hope I move out of here. I'm trying to move
Out of
down
Baltimore?
south. I want to move to Houston or Atlanta. No, I'm trying to be out of here. I would do it tomorrow if I could. But
Do you feel like there are better opportunities
nah,
in
it ain't.
those, or?
I feel like that's why I hate when people be saying like you gotta move to pop. No, you don't. You don't gotta move. You just gotta build your brand up a little bit.
But I think it's more so like the support in your own city. You feel like you get a lot of support here?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I feel like I get a lot of support, especially for somebody with no cosign, no nothing. Like that's really just, and everybody done seen me start this shit up from the ground. Like,
Right.
So it's like, I wouldn't even say like the support system. I just want to move just because I want to move. Like
Right.
literally, it ain't even really got to be about musically. But it's like every time I go to Atlanta or Houston, I be loving the energy. So Baltimore. I love my city, but that's a love-hate relationship.
Right.
Cause it's like when I be gone, I be like, damn, I do miss my city, and then I get back and be like, man, I should never came back here.
All right. So tell us a little bit about your new project.
Santana's World. It was actually gonna be called Forever too, but I switched it to Santana's World because I mean, that whole album was pretty much like the transition of me being a father, like from the 9 months my mother was pregnant to when she got here to everything that I went through being a dad and trying to put it together, like,
Right.
cause I really ain't become a man until I had my daughter. That's kind of when I had to learn. So it was like I'm learning how to be a father and a man at the same time.
Right.
And that shit just started conflicting. So sometimes like I would go through certain shit, but the album, that shit was strictly for my daughter for real. Like everything that I was writing about was shit I felt like as a parent. Like so, but I had some good features on there. Bush Dawson, Soda, Ice, D Dave. And those 4 people that genuine,
Right.
good people that they could call me right now, I'll answer, or I can call them right now, they'll answer.
Yeah.
And they was always like that, especially Dave, because I met Dave last out of Butch, Soda, and Ice. I met D Dave last. And the first day I met D Dave, matter of fact, we was with Hunt at the studio. And we had went to my house and we just sat and talked for 4 hours. Like we sat out front of my house for 4 hours and all he was talking about was just putting on for Baltimore music.
Yeah.
So, and I could just tell he was genuine. And then all the people around him, Dez, Dink, they was all like in this camp, they was genuine too. So I ended up building relationships with them off of Dave. Dink and them came to my album release. But, like I said, they genuine people. I ain't working with them. If they on my album, if I ever do a song with them and they on my project, that mean I thought highly of them.
Okay. So give some upcoming artists a few tips on how to promote like projects or, just to brand yourself. What are some tips that you have?
If we gotta be honest, I would be honest and say I ain't got it figured out, so I can't really give advice. Because
you can always help someone.
I feel like I can help, but at the same time, it's like if I ain't got it all the way figured out, that's like.
So just tell us how you promote your upcoming projects and things.
All right, honestly, I had like a buzz on social media before music. So it wasn't like, it was like when I dropped music, people was just fucking with me because of me. They like me as the person, not the rapper. But then they started to like me as the rapper as time went on. So, I mean, if I could tell somebody some advice, don't sell yourself, be yourself, don't act or try to be something you're not, because we can tell we know. So just be yourself. Like, that's all I can tell you. Just always be you. Stay true to yourself.
Do you have a dream collaboration, like some artist that you would want to work with?
Hey, Gucci.
Gucci for sure, right?
Yeah. And The Weeknd.
And The Weeknd.
And Lil Wayne. All my three. Just the three.
What about female?
It's too many fire ones right now. There's so many of them. All the
Did
ones.
You say too many fine ones?
They fine too. Fire.
Oh, okay.
They fine too though.
Okay.
I mean, you don't take nothing away from them, but I mean, shit. I mean, you have Nicki, Rihanna, Beyonce, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B. Like, it's a million. Dreezy, Tink. Like, it's a million girls that's really killing shit. But Rico Nasty, I like Rico Nasty. Her music fire. Like, it's too many women right now that's doing that shit. Like, Gucci just signed a female artist in Chant, and I like her. She fire. But it's a million females I work with in the game.
Okay. Real. All right, so speak it into existence. That's what we're shooting for. So any charities or upcoming things that you have going on? That you want to plug?
Well, I know this kind of on the other end of charity, but I got something.
I'm scared. Look.
I got something up the strip club that I'm supposed to be hosting in like 2 weeks.
Hosting as in like you're performing your song, or?
I told them I wasn't performing.
Okay.
I really don't be liking to perform.
Okay.
They forced me to perform my album
So
release.
are people gonna come to when they come to the strip club, when you post that, what are they coming to see?
Strippers.
Not you.
It's not really no song. They just got me as like the host and a special guest.
Okay, like party promoting type of.
Yeah, I guess that's what they kind of want it for.
Is that something else that you do? Your party promoter?
No, I guess because of my album release, and they probably seen how the turnout was. They, they probably wanted me to do that.
Okay.
So I'm just going with it. I mean, they reached out to me, like I said, it was genuine. So I'm gonna do what they want me to do.
Right. All right, MATIC. Okay, so let everyone know where they can, what they can follow you on as far as social media, and where they can find your albums and your projects.
My social media is MATIC, the number 1, LAMATIC, on the gram and Twitter. You can find my music just putting in LA_MATIC. It's on everything. I'm ready uploaded the audio Mac tonight, actually. I got to upload my particular audio Mac. But it's on Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, YouTube. There's one more that I'm forgetting. But it's on everything. So you can find it as long as you type it in. So if you ain't got no streaming sites, you can just go on YouTube and you can hear the whole thing. All
righty, and everyone, well, there you have it. You know where you can find MATIC and his music. Basically, you can stream it everywhere, right? Alrighty, so this wraps up our episode with MATIC for Unplugged DMV. And we look forward to seeing you all again soon.
Yes. It's your boy MATIC, and I'm about to perform therapy sessions off of Santana's Bird. Go streaming, man. You put it on your phone, but they don't know, yeah. But they don't know, yeah. Hey, yeah. I'm too real to be exact, made me wanna quit rap because I'm spitting straight facts, but they glorify the cat. And your bitch fuck with me because I got what you lack. And these niggas only tough when they talking on that. I ain't worried about no songs since I get money in the trap. When you broke, you call they phone, but they don't never hit you back. When you up, they always call because they won't be in your face. And I don't bump none of these rappers because I know they all fake. I gotta get this money now, they ain't gon' save my play. Before I count my back ends, I gotta save my grace. And I can't let no nigga play, I gotta save my face. I go home, my daughter smiling, that shit made my day. And if it's money on my phone, then I'm gon' make my way. I ain't a millionaire yet, so I can't take no breaks. They mad cause they ain't getting money
constantly trying to bake my cake until the chef medium well when he make my steak. It's only beneficial reasons when they call my phone. Sometimes I think I'm better when I'm all alone. They claim they got me figured out, but they all be wrong. I know when niggas ain't right and I'm hardly wrong. And shit ain't right, they put some real ones in the grave. They kill Mike, and then kill D-Day. Fuck one income, I need like 3 ways. Dog, can you bring my dogs back like a DJ? I had them people call my phone, say they wanna sign me, but only get to keep 10% and they keep 90. I'm a street nigga, can't nobody do me grimy. When you get a better deal, you know where to find me. I was trying to make it happen, you was too busy clubbing. Major labels scared to sign me cause they know that I'm thugging. You tried to talk behind my back, so it ain't no more discussion. When you always speak the truth, they try to say that you bugging. And I ain't with none of that fake cause I ain't going for nothing. These jealous niggas always wanna fuck the bitch that I'm loving, so they could get the one up on me when my name in discussion. But I know that's how I go when your name get the buzzing. We was on the lick, but they ain't had no gloves, had them socks on like mankind. Your homeboys be having jealous ass ways, always got some shit to say because it's hard to see his man shine. You gotta get them niggas out of your circle. You put your trust in them niggas, I bet they hurt you. Catch you comfortable chillin', they'll try to murk you. Everything you earn, they feel like they deserve to. Can't trust a nigga far as I could grow one. And it's like 30 and this let you hold one. You can't afford to die, they'll start a GoFund. You turned your back, I hope you die with no one.